Hello students, welcome back. So today we are going to discuss about crystal lattice and unit cell. Our point number 1.4. We will discuss about some basic details of crystal lattice and unit cell. These are the main constituents which finalize the crystal structure. And in different crystals we have different type of arrangements. So we will discuss about how many different type of arrangements are there and how particles are arranged in them. So first of all, as mentioned in textbook, let us use a simple example of tiles. So our floor generally they are covered with tiles. So these tiles have specific shape and design, and all of them are exactly same in designs. When we arrange them on floor to cover it, they generate specific repetitive design. Now let us assume we are marking the tiles exactly at the same location. Let us say at the center of the tile. Now just concentrate on the points we marked and ignore remaining tiles. So you will notice you have repetitive arrangement of points which will look like this. So we obtain set of points, and this set of points is the scaffolding on which pattern has been developed by placing tiles. Scaffolding, that means base on which in this case tiles are arranged, and we got repetitive pattern. Generally this type of scaffoldings which gives repetitive two-dimensional pattern is called space lattice. In this case tiles are arranged on space lattice. So these type of structures have structural units called motif. When this type of motifs are placed on this type of pattern, they will finally generate space lattice, and this type of motifs can molecules, atoms or ions. In other words, space lattice is an abstract scaffolding of crystal structure. That means it is the basis of crystal structure. On these type of scaffoldings, we can arrange our motif, and finally you will get crystal structure. So this is the motif, structure of motif, which can create crystal structure. When we arrange this type of motif on crystal lattice, it will create crystal structure. These are space lattice or crystal lattice in two-dimensional arrangement. So each green dot represents lattice point, and we can place motif on top of it. We can say that this type of space lattice is a imaginary thing. Actually this type of dots do not exist in crystal structure, and this is motif placed on crystal lattice. So green dots represents lattice points, and we have motif on top of it. This is two-dimensional structure, and it is hypothetical. Actual crystals have three-dimensional structures. In the case of crystalline solids, space lattice is a three-dimensional array of points. The crystal structure is obtained by associating structural motif with lattice points. Each repeated basis of motif have same structure and same spatial orientation. That means in crystal they are arranged exactly same, and their nature wise they are exactly same. So because they are similar in nature and orientation, environment around them will be similar except for surface points. Surface motifs are different, and we will learn about it in surface chemistry unit. So we will discuss about it in that unit. Spatial arrangement of lattice points gives rise to different type of lattice. So as we can see in these figures, we have two different type of lattice, type A and type B. Now let us say for type A, if first row is called of a type A, then second row is also of a type A, third is also A. So we have A type repetition here. So each row is similar with second. So in second B type, first row is suppose A type, then second will be of B type, then third it will repeat, it is type A, and fourth will be B. So here we have AB type of repetition. So this is two different type of formations, AAA type and AB type. So as you can see in this figure, we have a unit cell here, and when it is repeated in all the direction, but in this case we have only two dimensional arrangements. So as we can see, it will move in up, down, right, left each side, and it will generate a two-dimensional arrangement of this unit cell, and eventually this two-dimensional arrangement will lead us to two-dimensional crystal lattice. Now in two-dimensional parallelogram with a side of a length A and B and angle R between these sides is chosen as a unit cell. That means actually we have to learn three-dimensional unit cells, but for simplicity, first let us discuss about two-dimensional unit cells. So as you can see, we have some different type of possibilities in 2D unit cells. Now first unit cell, as you can see, it has same type of edges, both all of these are of a type A, but it has different type of angles. In second case, angles have same type, that means all of the angles are 90-degree angles, but we have different lengths of edges A and B. Third one has all of them same. Fourth one has same edges with different angles, and fifth one have different edges with different angles. So in two dimensional we have five different type of possibilities of unit cells. This is three-dimensional arrangement of crystal lattice and lattice points. So as you can see, we have different lattice points, and eventually these lattice points will create whole crystal lattice. And smallest portion of this lattice, which represents whole lattice, is unit cell, which you can see here. So this is the structure of unit cell. A French mathematician Brevis showed that there are only 14 possible three-dimensional lattice. So these are called Brevis lattice. So now what is the characteristics of crystal lattice? So we have 3 points to mention here. First, each point on the lattice is called lattice point or lattice site. So let us say this is our two-dimensional lattice. So these points are called lattice sites or lattice points. Second, lattice points or lattice sites represents constituent particles which may be an atom, molecule or ion. That means we can say that motifs are also atom, molecule or ions. Similarly, lattices points are also atom, molecule or ion. Lattice points are joined by straight lines to bring out geometry. That means we can connect these lattice points with each other. Here we have two-dimensional arrangement, but suppose you have 3D arrangement of this type of lattice points. And if you connect them with each other, you will get a box type three-dimensional shape. So to bring out geometry from these lattice points, we will join them by straight lines. That means actual crystal structures do not have these type of straight lines, but to understand their geometry, we have to assume they are connected with straight lines. Then you will get this type of boxier design, that means geometrical shape of it. Now we need a very small part of space lattice of a crystal to specify crystal completely. This small part is called unit cell. That means unit cell have all the characteristic properties of whole crystal. By explaining small sized unit cell, we can actually represent or explain whole crystal structure. Just like compounds, by using a single molecule, we can describe whole compound, because single molecule have all the characteristic properties of that compound. So similarly here we have unit cell which has all the characteristic properties of respective crystal. Now one can choose unit cell in many ways. Normally that cell is chosen which has perpendicular sides of shortest length, and one can construct entire crystal by translational displacement of the unit cell in 3 dimension. So in simple manner we can say that you can connect different dots and you can carry out different type of unit cell structure from same type of crystal. But generally which actual structure need to be chosen? So we will choose the structure which has shortest perpendicular sides, and we should be able to repeat that structure of unit cell to create entire crystal lattice. And also unit cell have shapes such that this fill the whole lattice without leaving space between the cells. So in short, unit cell is the smallest portion of a crystal lattice which when repeated in different directions generates the entire lattice. Now what are the characteristics of unit cell? So we have mainly two characteristics of unit cell. First is its dimension along the three edges A, B and C may or may not be mutually perpendicular. Second point, angle between the edges, they are alpha, beta and gamma. Between B and C you will get alpha angle, between A and C you will get beta angle, and between A and B you will get gamma angle. So as you can see, we have a simple unit cell structure here. Let us concentrate on this corner. So as you can see, in this corner we have three different edges. This is A, this is B and this will be C. So between A and C we have beta angle, between C and B we have alpha angle, and between B and A we have gamma angle. Now as we know, in this type of cubic shape we have total 12 edges and 24 corners, angles, and 24 angles. So as we can see in this figure, we have 4 edges of type A. That means by measure they have same length. Similarly, we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 of a B type and 1, 2, 3 and 4 of a C type. All of them have same type of measurements. That means we have 4 edges of type A, 4 edges of type B and 4 edges of type C, total 12. Similarly, we have 8 angles of each type alpha, beta and gamma. That means at each corner you will get 3 different type of angles, alpha, beta and gamma. And we have total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 corners in this unit cell. So that means 8 of each type. You will get total 24 angles.